The most careful and conscientious drivers are not immune from automobile accident. It can be an emotional and confusing experience. So it's important that you become familiar with what to do immediately following an automobile accident. The Iowa State Bar Association has put this video together to give you information about issues that you should be aware of when you've been involved in an accident. It's not an attempt to provide legal advice, and in fact the ISBA encourages you to consult with your attorney regarding your accident so that you can be sure that your rights and interests are protected. The first thing that you need to do if you're involved in an accident is to stop your car. Stop as close to the accident as possible without blocking traffic or putting yourself in harm's way. Even if it's a minor accident and not your fault, you're still required to stop. Failing to stop could result in a criminal prosecution because leaving the scene of an accident is a serious misdemeanor, punishable by 1 year in jail and/or a $1,500 fine. The penalty significantly increases if someone is killed as a part of the accident. When you stop, take steps to warn approaching traffic of the situation by using identifiable signals such as flares, hazard signals, or traffic cones. Immediately determine if anyone is hurt or injured and call 911 for help and assistance. If someone is injured, do not move them. This could contribute to their injuries. Try to make them as comfortable as possible. Do not attempt to provide medical assistance unless you are specifically trained to do so. As soon as possible, contact authorities following an accident or ask someone to do it on your behalf. This would include the police, sheriff department, or highway patrol. They'll come to the scene of the accident to give assistance and evaluate the situation. These authorities are trained to investigate accident scenes. It's your responsibility to tell the investigating officers exactly what your observations were. It's important to distinguish between information which you actually saw, heard, or felt, as opposed to information that you were given by someone else, or speculation on your part. The investigators will record all of their findings, then ultimately produce a report of the accident. This report may be useful if you are later sued or if you decide to sue for your personal injuries or property damage. Generally speaking, if it's a minor accident, you do not have to contact police. An accident report must be filed, however, with the Iowa Department of Transportation if someone has been injured or if there's more than $1,000 in property damage. This report must be filed with the Office of Driver's Services within 72 hours of the accident, and failure to provide this report could result in your license being suspended. The necessary forms can be obtained from the police or the Department of Transportation. Remember that in the excitement of the moment, you should not admit fault. This is something that can be determined later by the insurance companies or even court of law if necessary. At the time of the accident, your judgments and perceptions may be clouded, so don't say something that you may regret later. Be sure to collect necessary information about the accident. This will include the name, address, phone number, car license plate number, driver's license number, and auto insurance information from the driver. They'll also need the same information from you, so be prepared to provide it. Get witness information, names, addresses, and telephone numbers for anyone who saw the collision, including events before, during, and after it happened. Be sure to include all passengers in the other vehicle and bystanders in the area. And finally, make sure you have the name and contact information of the investigating officer. As soon as possible after the accident, make notes of all the important aspects of the collision to assist you in remembering later. Have someone assist you if necessary. Create a diagram of the accident scene and the position of the vehicles before and after the collision. Make notes of skid marks, property damage, and any other evidence related to the accident. Make note of any observations that you had before, during, and after the accident. Making these notes while the accident is fresh in your mind will prove invaluable in the event a legal question develops. Be sure to seek medical attention for yourself if necessary. Often a person is overwhelmed by the circumstances surrounding the accident and does not realize that they indeed need to see a doctor. If you have any doubt about your own condition or that of your passengers, see your doctor immediately. If the police officer at the scene suggests that you go by ambulance to the hospital, it's always best to follow their suggestion, even if you feel it's unnecessary. Inform the doctor of the circumstances of the accident, including seatbelt use, but refrain from providing your opinions about the accidents and comments regarding speed and distance. The next step you should take is to notify your automobile insurance agent or company immediately. Be sure to cooperate with your insurance representatives in their investigation. You'll probably be asked to give a statement to the other driver's insurance company as well as your own insurance company. The claims adjusters will typically record your statement. A lawyer may be helpful at this point if you choose to hire one. The most important thing to remember is to be honest and truthful and relay only what your observations were. Do not give your opinions as to the cause of the accident or whose fault it was. As was pointed out at the start of this presentation, if you have any questions about your automobile accident, the ISBA would encourage you to consult with your attorney so that you can be sure that your rights and interests are protected. If you are uncertain of your legal rights regarding property damage and personal injuries, a lawyer can help you assess whether an offer made to resolve the claims is fair and reasonable. The reasonableness of an offer depends on the type and seriousness of your injuries, how much you were at fault, and other factors such as court jurisdiction and other damages. We hope this video has provided you with some helpful tips that should put you at ease addressing issues surrounding your automobile accident.